On today's show, Monster Hunter Wilds, Rise, and World will end support for Windows 10 users, and we talk about all the news from the Tokyo Game Show. So don't forget your hot drinks as we ready up for this episode of the Palibros. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 20 of the Palibros, a podcast where a group of friends get together to talk about anything and everything Monster Hunter. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, and the first to cart, Patrick Jovez. Alongside me, we have the hunting horn elitist, Max.
How's it going?
And so tasty, Ryan.
Our podcast can almost drink now.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm actually surprised we got this far. But yeah, it's we're back. You know,
back, baby.
I know I forgot that we kind of had like a little bit disclaimer that we're having a hiatus, but yeah, if you haven't seen episode 19, kind of explain at the beginning of the video why we're on a hiatus. Long story short, you know, life. So got really busy, and you know, we're all doing our own thing, and it's kind of hard to get 4 people with different schedules on for one show. So that's kind of why we took a little bit of a break. Also, we will be finishing the Palibros Community Weapon Design Tournament. We know that there's a winner already. We don't know who the winner is, so we're gonna go ahead and finish out our tournament and see how ours lines up with Capcom's official winner. So still gonna be exciting. But we're going to wait to do that until all 4 of us can get back up in here. As you can see, it's just me, Max, and Ryan today. So whenever we can get all 4 of us together, we'll go ahead and do that next episode. And you guys will see that as soon as possible. Let's see what else we got here. But yeah, so we pretty much went on hiatus, and we're back now. And we're kind of restructuring things to see if we can make it more consistent of content output for you guys. I know towards the last 4 or 5 episodes, it kind of stopped going month to month or like week to week and every other week, and then it's just kind of whenever. So yeah, we're trying to be a little bit more consistent, get you guys at least 2 episodes per month. Probably most likely will be every other weekend, with maybe, if we have some free time, have some fun little gameplay things going on here and there. If that all sounds good to you, let me remind you that this is the Palibros podcast, where each and every episode we try to keep you up to date on the latest Monster Hunter news, play Monster Hunter trivia, and in general, talk about one of our favorite franchises. So don't forget, you can get each and every episode on youtube.com/thepalibros, Spotify, and a variety of other podcast services for your listening pleasure. And if you like what we do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing this episode with friends, and hitting that bell icon to support us and to know when each of the latest episodes are posted. And with all that out the way, let's begin our latest in Monster Hunter news. Today in Monster Hunter news, we have one story. Monster Hunter Wilds is the latest game to announce an end of support notice for Windows 10, as developers prepare for the final days of the soon-to-be-dead operating system. Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that sentence. This news comes from PC Gamer. They did, man. I was like waiting for it. This news comes from PCGamer.com and is written by Ellie Gould. October 14th may not be a hard stop for Windows 10 functionality. You'll still be able to keep using your PC, albeit without software updates, security fixes, or technical support, making many applications obsolete as users won't be able to stay secure. And now, Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Rise, and Monster Hunter World are among the most recent games to announce that support for Windows 10 will end in the coming weeks. Quote, as of the same date, we will no longer guarantee that Monster Hunter World, Rise, and Wilds will run on Windows 10 systems, end quote, an official blog post explains. While players will be able to access the game and play it, quote, proper game functionality cannot be guaranteed in operating systems for which Microsoft has ended support. If an issue running the game occurs, support can only be provided based on information from before support for Windows 10 was discontinued. Services for investigating problems regarding running the game on the Windows 10 will be discontinued, end quote. Taco Bell is coming right back up. These Monster Hunter games aren't the first. Dude, I had to scarf that down.
You're painting a picture.
These Monster Hunter games aren't the first to make this announcement. We've seen others like Final Fantasy XIV warn players of the same fate before now, and it certainly won't be the last. I'm sure there will be more warnings popping up in the next few weeks as we creep ever closer to the doomsday that is mandatory Windows 11 upgrade. So, real quick, we already know, Ryan, you play on console, so this doesn't affect you at all.
I mean,
Matt.
I do have one thought, which is, is this the same Ellie Gould as the pop artist? Because
yeah, tough time. She's over there at PC Gamer now.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
I was just like, I know it's not an
a
impossible name to share,
story
but
per se,
I was like,
but
it's not.
that's crazy.
Yeah. All right, that's my only contribution to this story. I'm sorry.
Tough times in America right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's
Max, are you running Windows 10?
I am on Windows 11. I upgraded earlier this year.
Okay, so you're in the clear.
I don't imagine this is going to make a huge difference for a lot of people. I mean, you probably should not be staying on Windows 10 if you're not. It is possible to pay for sort of extended security updates. It's like either $30 or $60 per device for up to 3 years or something. But I mean, it kind of makes sense that Capcom wouldn't guarantee support. Like, Windows 10 is dead, basically. I mean, I can imagine they wouldn't want to have to double over backwards. If something breaks, to have them go back and fix it probably isn't something they really want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people or what percentage of players are just like, have drawn a line in the sand and they say, no, I'm not upgrading to Windows 11. I'm going to stay on Windows 10. So, like, I feel like most people have probably upgraded by now.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if it makes sense to me. I'm curious if this will affect many people at all. I don't imagine it will.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I
wonder that myself. Of course, when Brian helped me upgrade my new PC, I went straight for Windows 11. And yeah, so I guess I don't really have to worry about this. But reading this news story got me interested in seeing how many people or concurrent players there are for each of those games. So I looked up the numbers on Steam DB chart. So as of today, October 2nd, for Monster Hunter World, the total 24-hour peak player concurrent count is 19,737 players. For Monster Hunter Rise, for the 24 hours, is 7,827 players, and Wilds in the last 24 hours, the peak count was 101,286 players, with a grand total being 128,850 players. But keep in mind, we don't have the information on how many of those users are running Windows 10 or 11, so just take that with a grain of salt. Just interesting to see, like, if
I mean, they also sold like 1 million copies in the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a pretty large install base.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say this late what the retention rate is going to be like, but it still seems a little higher than I thought it was going to be. 100K is like good.
No, there was just a big update.
There was,
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, so that's probably the reason for that. I think the average player count was around 70K, but that still seems very good, especially for as bad as the community makes it seem. That, we just be kind of reporting on of like, yeah, like no one wants to play this game because it runs like shit or blah 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 blah. And it's like, wow, we still got 70K players concurrent, so that's pretty cool.
I think I think in general, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Like it's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy to, especially if we are paying attention to the game like we are. It's, you know, you're gonna notice all of the complaining. You're gonna notice all of the what ifs, or like we could do better this way, or
Mhm.
like I'm boycotting, you know, Capcom or whatever. But the reality is, like, Monster Hunter definitely has a casual install base. I mean, you don't become this successful without having people who are just playing it when they get off of work, and that's it. Like, they don't read all the forums. They're not like scouring the Reddit posts. They're not posting anything on any of the places. They're just enjoying the game as is, and there's nothing else to it. They just play with their buddies, and like
Definitely.
they're not super tapped in. So it's easy to forget, I think, that, you know, not everyone's gonna sit and like extreme criticism of every single moment. Like they're just gonna play the game, you know, for a couple weeks when the new content drops, and then they're gonna go play something else, and then they come back when new content comes out, and like it's just, you know, but it's not eating them up inside, you know.
Right.
It doesn't ruin their day.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. And that's it for Monster Hunter news. Of course, if you hear that sound, it means that we're all readied up for the main event of the evening. Meat, 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 meat. In today's main topic, we will talk about all the news that came out of TGS 2025. Monster Hunter related news, clearly. Yeah, I figured this part of the show would just kind of be like a conversational piece. We don't have to go in order. It's just kind of whoever wants to talk about what they saw and what they're excited about. But yeah, does anyone want to take a stab at it?
Well,
I just talked a lot, Max. You go ahead.
I'm cautiously optimistic / very excited about Monster Hunter Outlanders.
Yeah, let's start there then.
I watched the 17-minute or 18-minute gameplay preview on the stage where they had like the showcase where they went over like the hunt with a Rathalos and a Puke.
Really quick,
where it was like,
Monster Hunter Outlanders is the mobile game, correct?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's the mobile game that's coming out. Not Monster Hunter now, but there's differences there. But yeah, go ahead.
Right. So there was like the showcase with the dev playing on stage, and then I watched another video, another YouTuber, Gaijin Hunter, who did like a hunt where he got hands-on. He was at the Tokyo Game Show, and I was very impressed by what I saw from the gameplay perspective. Like, I thought like the art style looked great. Like, it looked like Monster Hunter Wilds running on a phone somehow, almost better.
Yeah.
Like, it looked incredible. The frame rate seemed good. Like, it seemed smooth. It seems like they, even more so than Monster Hunter Now, like they faithfully captured the sort of the Monster Hunter gameplay.
Yeah, in a more faithful way, like that's true to the series. Do you remember what hardware he was using? It was like an iPhone.
It was the base iPhone 16.
Okay, is that the latest iPhone? I don't know my iPhone.
No, I think the
17 just dropped.
Okay, so
I'm screwed. I'm still on the 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was running really great, he said.
Yeah, so and he said it wasn't heating up. It was running well on the, I have the S23 Ultra for my Samsung, and I might be running into some issues, but I mean, it's a pretty popular trend these days to have like a PC or console ports for sort of high budget mobile games.
Right.
You have a lot of like the Hoyoverse, Genshin Impact and those sort of games have ports, and this is one game where I would really hope that there's ports with controller support. I think
on your phone.
No, I mean like this, because it's a mobile game, but there's might be a PC or console port of the mobile game with controller support.
Yeah,
because like the combat seems complex enough that there's a lot of button touch controls all over the right side.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, I'm not a big mobile gamer, so I probably won't actually play this, but like I was impressed and intimidated by the depth, because I've tried to play like Call of Duty on my phone, and that went okay, but that only had like 5 buttons, and then even then it felt like overwhelming. So watching the right side of that screen being completely filled up with shit, I was like, oh no.
Well, it sounds like you might need a backbone.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
This week's sponsor, no,
dude,
fuck.
I fucking wish they had like a Master Chief style backbone. Oh, you would love it. But yeah, that's exactly kind of what I was thinking as well when he brought up like the combat part of the video for Gaijin Hunter. I saw all those buttons and I was like, I'm the type of mobile gamer where I do want to play like more meaty mobile experiences. I do like the smaller stuff too, like Balatro and stuff. But yeah, like if I want to get into something big, like on the go, I do prefer having a controller, and I'm lucky enough that my wife got me a Backbone for Christmas. So I'm really hoping that there is Backbone support, because that would, like, to have a mobile Monster Hunter on the go, that it'd kind of be like reliving Freedom Unite on PSP, you know.
I know there's much more to talk about this game, but can I tell you what my first impression was, and it's really dumb.
Of course.
Sure.
The very first thing they show you is like, oh, you can hang glide, you can take a little zip line, you can catapult. I'm like, bro, this is a Strand-like game.
Yeah.
You're just traversing all over the map. I'm like, this is Death Stranding, bro. Like, Kojima was right. Like, people are gonna copy him eventually, and here we are. You know, confirmed Strand-like game.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing like the trailer and seeing that you can. It was crazy that you could craft. Like, I think at one point you're like actually chopping down a tree for like materials too, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is Animal Crossing now.
They definitely took the core of Monster Hunter and like infused it with a bunch of different genres. I don't know if that's just because being on mobile limits certain other things or encourages them to kind of like make it their own. And some of it makes sense, and some of it's kind of interesting to see how it would like interplay. Again, like the traversal, because like, you know, traversal Monster Hunter is like pretty good as far as like, you know, there's a way to get around quickly, there's a way to get around slowly, and most people choose quickly, but it hasn't gone full on like, let's build zip lines and catapults and stuff. That feels like, I don't want to say a bridge too far, but it feels like out of it feels weird for that game. It doesn't feel like Monster Hunter.
Well, there never really was ever a need to, right? Like in the old Monster Hunter games, you had areas which were just connected, so it kind of skipped through that. But now, this is a whole different kind of conversation. But now you have like a large open world maps where you have to use your secret, or you just fast travel to your pop-up camp. So,
and I think also it's like, it's probably going to be maybe slightly frustrating to like use you know, your mount to get certain places. So maybe they're just like, fuck it, like let's just give them, you know, a tried and true way of like getting around. Let's just put a freaking man cannon in this thing and call it a day.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that's implemented, and if like it'll feel like arbitrary, or like, did we really need this in the game? Like Monster Hunter, you know. So, but did anyone else besides me sign up for the closed beta test? Because signups are live.
I signed up.
You signed up?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sign up now.
I don't know if I'll play it. I'm on an iPhone 11. I don't know if I can play it. You know?
Yeah.
It looks pretty intensive. I guess what I'm trying to say is it looks really good for a mobile game. Like, I was like, wow, this is like basically a full Monster Hunter experience.
That's what I was saying. You know, like a lot of mobile games these days get ports to PlayStation, computer. Like, it might be on PlayStation.
Yeah.
With online multiplayer.
I mean, it's not quite like as poor as like designing a game for the original Switch. Like Rise ended up kind of looking a little janky. It's definitely a step below that, but it's fairly impressive. Like, you know, mobile games can reach those heights for sure, and that's kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, the fact that the last attempt for a Monster Hunter mobile game was more of like a Pokemon Go clone, and that was probably monetarily motivated, and less like we can't do it. But it is interesting to see something like that, you know, like them doing a honest attempt at a full game, you know.
Yeah, and actually I have gotten back into Monster Hunter now recently, just because I'm like, I want to get Monster Hunter in where I can, and I can't do that at the PC right now. So I've been playing that a lot more lately, and just seeing Outlanders has got me so excited, because it looks like Max and Ryan obviously stated before, the gameplay looks as close to Monster Hunter as like Monster Hunter proper as it's ever been on the mobile. And Monster Hunter Now, like it's fine. It's like a good bite-sized experience, but there's like some issues. I think even Gaijin Hunter brought it up in his video of like, yeah, we have our gripes with Monster Hunter Now. Like it seems like, you know, they're gating you they're like speed gating you because there's like a speed rank hunt system where it's like, oh, you have to do as much DPS as possible in the fastest amount of time, so you can get an A rank, or like your heals, like you have to wait till your heals like come back if you. It's just, this is a whole bunch of like very like, how do I say this, like mobile gamey bullshit that comes with that. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I just want to have like a Monster Hunter experience, a true Monster Hunter experience on the go. So like, I know we're early on, we'll get to see more about maybe how monetization works for this game when, you know, the closed beta tests are live. But I'm really excited to try this one out. I remember when we first found out about it on one of the episodes prior, we're like, what the hell is, I didn't even know that this was a thing. But yeah, kind of, I looked a little bit over the actual website for Monster Hunter Outlanders. And so what's interesting this time around is, well, there's a couple different interesting things, but they kind of changed the verbiage from hunter to adventurers this time around. I don't know what the idea is there.
That's so. I'm just really fast. I'm the gameplay has me very excited. It's all the things that were not shown in the gameplay that have me worried.
Oh, what do you mean?
I think I've played among the Palibros. I've probably played more mobile games than the rest of us combined. I played a lot of mobile games over the years, and I have a lot of ideas about how they could monetize it and how they might monetize it. And one
interesting
common way might be like, if those is it a gacha system where you have to like spend currency to roll for adventurers?
Oh god,
that sort of thing. You know, like, how is the gear work? That has me wondering, are you gonna have to roll for weapons, for different rarities of weapons? Because they showed that some characters have like set skills in terms of how their playstyle works for the different adventurers.
Right.
Fall into different classes. Like there's the girl with the dual blades, whose name I don't remember.
Is Raya.
Like,
she's a
Raya,
disruptor class. Yeah.
She has adaptive aid built into her dodge rolls, and so the question is like, how much of this is baked into your gear? Like, what kind of crafting are you even going to do? What are you going to have to pay for? How are they going to monetize it? Like, it could be fantastic if everything is great, and
in
it
a
could
perfect
also
world
be incredibly scummy.
How much do I have to pay for this talisman?
Like, it's very, very, very common in gacha games to roll for characters. It's much more rare that you have the characters by default, and then you have to like get weapons or costumes or other stuff. Like, looking at these characters, and they all have like their cool ultimate abilities and stuff, I'm like, they're going to be charging for these characters for sure. And then that raises the question of like, well, power creep is a huge problem in mobile games.
Explain.
Where you gotta pay in order to stay relevant.
Well, it's like they want to constantly sell people on the new characters that come out. And so all the new characters that come out, like, they have new kits and new things they can do, and they're stronger than the previous characters. They can do new things. Like, they want to incentivize you to pull the new characters. And so basically the difficulty kind of creeps up over time to where if you're not spending money and you're using, you know, the OG hunter, using your crafted equipment, or like, you know, a year from now, or a year from launch, or 2 years from launch, are any of the cool characters that you liked from the beginning of the game, like, they might not even be playable, or like, you might not be able to finish quests in time, or
they're not viable as a character.
Right. That's kind of the unfortunate trend in a lot of mobile games. And so, like, there's really, that's why I said at the beginning I'm cautiously optimistic, because there's a lot that I'm really hopeful for.
We're hoping they don't fuck it up.
All the stuff around these sort of adventurers, and, you know, are you going to have to pull for like the pets? The buddies? Like, are you gonna have to pull for the adventures? You're gonna have to pull for weapons? Like, we don't know any of this yet, and like, as somebody who's played a lot of gacha games, like, it has me a little nervous.
Yeah, we don't know much yet, so it's definitely hopefully hopefully they don't monetize it that way, but it remains to be seen, and we'll report on it as soon as we can if we get into the betas or if there's more news on it. But yeah, it's interesting that this is I believe is a first for the series. They have classes. Like you said, Raya there's a disruptor class. She does the dual blades. They showed off Madeline, and she's a support class, and she uses a bow. Midori is the assault class with a longsword, and then they showed off a fourth person. It was Pepe, and she's also a disruptor class, but she was using a heavy bow gun. And also throughout the presentation, they also showed off buddies. You have your classic Palicos, so I think they're just called Palico. They don't have a name for them. They showed off like a very little white monkey boy called Rudico. I guess they also have classes. He's a disruptor. He or she, they, is a disruptor. The description for Rudico is buddies native to Asoland, skilled at using tools and radiantite to build. And then you get your owl companion, Trillion. It's kind of like the owl from Monster Hunter Rise. It is your support class buddy. It says buddies native to Asoland, skilled at using their voices to support adventurers. And then, of course, your classic Palico, which is an assault buddy. Buddies who journeyed with adventurers to Asoland, skilled with various weapons and items. And then I believe on the website they have two. You said during the gameplay demo they fought a Puke Puke and a Rathalos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, on the website they only show two monsters, which are a Rathalos proper and then a Radiant Rathalos. I looked up the description. It says for Radiant Rathalos, the special environment on the island has caused this Rathalos to become radiant. Like the normal species, it can unleash powerful flame breaths, but it also has a dangerous set of claws, so beware of surprise attacks from above. The radiant species has become even more aggressive and will behave and attack differently than normal. So that's kind of all we got on the website right now. Of course, we'll keep checking in on the website to see if there's any updates, and we'll report back as soon as we can. But yeah, I think the consensus pretty much here for us is we're excited for Outlanders, excited to try it. Hopefully and cautiously optimistic that they don't fuck it up. But I think the biggest takeaway from us is I think the gameplay looks the most exciting to us.
I think if you were to say there's a new Monster Hunter mobile game coming out, I wouldn't have a lot of interest. But actually having seen some of the gameplay and some of the trailers, it's intriguing for sure. It's someone who's maybe not the target audience. I mean, other than it being a Monster Hunter game, there's just not a lot of things to me that, again, on paper are that appealing. But right. I was impressed.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Monster Hunter Wilds. A little bit of a shorter one. Just seemed like a little bit of a update to the roadmap. They showed off. Well, if you guys seen the reaction video for episode 19, I popped the fuck off when they showed the emotes, because my all-time favorite emote in any game. No, you got it wrong. You know which one.
Kickback.
Exactly. Kickback is back, and my god, I can't wait. Actually, I don't even know if you can get it now. I don't know. If you can get it now, I need to get that thing now, because that's fucking awesome. Kickback is one of my favorite emotes of all time. Of course, after every hunt, every hard-fought hunt, I would go ahead and kick back right up against the monster, just to show how exhausted that fight was and how much of a good hunt that was. It's just a stupid little headcanon thing that I like, but it takes me all the way back. So super excited about that.
To me, it reads as salt in the wound. You're just like, GG easy.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, after how many times I carded. But yeah. And then they also showed off the new Festival of Accord event, Dream Spell. Did you guys check this out?
Have not yet.
Yeah.
Is that the painting casting thing, or is that part of the Final Fantasy
No.
14
So that's
crossover?
what you're talking about is the Final Fantasy crossover. What I'm talking
Okay,
about
maybe.
is the new Gathering Hub kind of seasonal event where they kind of dress
Maybe
up the Gathering Hub. Have you not seen those in the trailers?
Maybe not somehow, or maybe I've seen it.
Huh.
I'm not. The words aren't like processing.
Okay, so as of like the summer, you guys know we had the Flame Feet event, and then I forgot the first one. But anyways, Dreamspell is going to drop soon, and I think in about 2-ish weeks. We're going to be seeing a complete overhaul to the Gathering Hub visually, and it's going to be spooky themed. So there's a lot of like Halloween themed content going around. There's like pop-up camps. There's a really cool like scarecrow customization palico thing that you can put in front of like your pop-up camp. The entire thing is like, it's like moonlit with like a blue hue, and it's like there's the actual workers that are in the tavern and stuff. They all have like creepy face paint, and you know, when you order a meal over there at the Gathering Hub, the palicos that are like cooking for you or delivering the food, they're all like marionette puppets. Super creepy.
Whoa.
But it's fucking awesome. Like, I love the way they dress up the Gathering Hall or the Gathering Hub with these events. They do a really good job. So that's pretty cool. But
it's a great way to kind of switch it up without changing too much of the core game. You know?
Yeah, it adds a little something. And you know, I wasn't too big on doing the events back in World and stuff, so I'm trying to take advantage of it now. So I'm super excited to see that when that is available. But you brought up the what is the painting attack? Basically the Final Fantasy 14 crossover, where you saw there's a lot of...
Yeah, that looks really cool.
I could not stop thinking about you because they kept showing off the greatsword. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna eat. I have to start playing greatsword.
Oh yeah, baby.
But yeah,
that thing looks cool as hell.
It was really cool. They had armor. It's not Dragoon armor. It's like Dark Knight armor or something. I don't know my Final Fantasy 14.
Obsidian armor.
Yeah. They showed it off a lot of cool stuff. They had a great sword. It had its own like counterattack mechanic with it. It was really cool. They also had like a like Halo 3 shield bubble thing. Of course, I'm pretty sure
that was? I saw the bubble. I didn't realize it blocked damage though. Maybe I need to rewatch the.
There was like when Omega Planetus did like that giant like hyper beam thing. They all of the hunters were like in that bubble just tanking it. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
I saw a clip the other day. It was like, oh, thank God I'm running like, you know, like guard up and Iron Skin, and it was just like it barraging a greatsword user, and he's just like blocking for his dear life.
But, yeah, and then you get, I guess there's like
the bubble will help, I guess.
Classes, or there's like a separate class. They're trying to play it off as a class, but it is like that Pictomancer kind of attack where basically they.
Gotcha. So that's what I saw. Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. Or I didn't know the name of it.
Yeah, so basically they paint to like create attacks and stuff like that. I like looked more into it. It actually is very similar to how Akuma kind of operates. If you did the Akuma stuff, it is a special case item that does attacks in your slot when you end up using that item.
When you equip it, yeah.
Yeah, when you equip it. So, but it looks fucking cool. Like it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I've never seen anything like this in a Monster Hunter game before, so I'm like, this is fucking cool. Like it does.
Yeah,
they do crossovers really well.
13th weapons here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really, really sick. I'm excited to try those out. I know we haven't gotten on yet, but I believe those are live now. And then we got a reveal trailer for the newest Elder Dragon that's coming up, the Gog Mazios. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't a completely new monster, right?
That is correct. I think it was in 4 Ultimate.
Yeah, I don't remember fighting it.
It was the only time that it appeared. It was a pretty cool. It had its own I don't know if it had its own arena, but it's like it was in the center of this arena, and there was like the mine cart that went around, like the track on the outside, and you had to like load up the giant cannon to shoot onto it.
Okay, so I do remember fighting that, but when I saw it, I was like,
has the Dragonator on its back.
Mm-hmm. Dang, yeah, nice. That was a long time ago. So, it was, yeah, and it hasn't appeared in any game since, right?
No.
Yeah, that's probably why I was like, what is this? Like, I don't remember seeing this shit at all.
It's new to me, yeah.
But yeah, it looks, the reveal trailer is really cool. It's kind of like a mix of like, it kind of gave off like Val Hazak to me, like the opening cutscene for Val Hazak where there's just like dead bodies everywhere. And then it's kind of like pulling in, like, it's like giving like the big suck, except for it's kind of the opposite. I don't know. It gave off the same vibes where it's kind of like coming up from the ground, and then now it's like dripping everywhere, and this is how you could tell I'm a fucking parent, because when I saw that I was like, god, that is gonna be such a fucking mess to clean up. And I was like, oh shit. But yeah, it looks really cool. Kind of reminded me of Godzilla too, just the way that they kind of shot the trailer. So I believe that one's coming out in December, whatever the December update is. I think they put a number December 4th. I can't remember for sure. But that'll be coming out soon. And, you know, the other updates were pretty much for upcoming patch fixes and stuff in December. That's going to be the big fix kind of patches that they've been kind of working towards. Because obviously, if you haven't known or if you don't remember, they kind of just shoved all the stuff from the roadmap up forward because they want to fix all the technical issues with Monster Hunter Wilds right now. So December, that's kind of when they said, like, okay, we're gonna give you guys everything early, and we're gonna focus on making this game run optimally because we hear you guys' outcry and we want to get that stuff going. So yeah, that's kind of all of that's been going on for the Monster Hunter Wilds. Is pretty brief for the Tokyo Game Show presentation. But yeah, anything else that you guys saw in there that you liked?
I mean, there was the Monster Hunter Stories as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I meant, was there anything from the Wilds?
Wilds, sorry. Yeah.
I
was like, I think you're missing something there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that was pretty much it for Monster Hunter Wilds. And then kind of like the meat of the presentation was Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection. Of course, that game comes out March 13th, 2026. First and foremost, have you guys played any Monster Hunter Stories at all?
I have not. I've had the opportunity to, I just haven't played it yet.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I have played.
I believe I bought it for Ryan and Brian for Christmas one year, right?
Yeah, it was on my 3DS as like my 3DS was dying, and then I just never got a new one because it was like I had stopped playing it basically, so it was just like kind of bad timing.
Gotcha. $40 well spent. Gotcha.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. It was probably like $36 because I worked at GameStop at the time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say it's like it's hard to tell if you know, a 3DS is like cheaper or more expensive now. You know, it's like we're starting to hit that like nostalgia point where it's like it's gonna like start becoming more expensive sooner than later.
I mean, with these tariffs, everything's more expensive now.
No, I mean it's what I mean is that it's like almost considered a vintage console. So it's like, you know, maybe 5 years ago you could have got it for next to nothing because no one wanted it, and now it's like people are nostalgic for it, and now they're probably like, oh man, I really want to play X game, and so and then you look on eBay for how much it would be to get one, because you can't buy them in stores anymore, and it'd be like absurdly priced probably. You know, so.
Luckily enough, you can still buy Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. You can even get them as a 2-pack on Steam or I believe consoles as well. I just picked up I picked up 1 and 2 as a combination pack.
That's kind of cool.
Just this week actually, or not this week, but literally I bought them right after seeing the trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 3 because I gotta tell you, the fucking trailer for that and like kind of deep dive they did got me so hyped. I was like, you know what?
It looks cool.
I need to give this shit a chance. Like, I know
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, I was never in it for the story, but like this time around, it looks really fucking cool. So I was like,
Yeah.
I have one on the 3DS. I tried playing maybe an hour of it, but it ran so poorly and it's so unoptimally. I was like, this is fucking, I have to just buy it on PC. So I bought the combination for 1 and 2, and I'm going to be streaming it. So I look forward to that content over on the channel. But you were going to say,
feels
Ryan?
pretty hilarious, like self-awareness that, like, you know, the main series games are lacking stories so much that they're like, Monster Hunter Stories is the name of the one with the story.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
we swear there's actual characters in this one.
yeah. Well, from the trailer, man, like I said, this got me super excited. The graphical fidelity of this one in particular, 2 kind of has like a similar art style. 1, this is a big departure from 1's art style. Like 1's art style kind of looks like Pokemon Go Pikachu or Eevee, and then this kind of looks like Fire Emblem, like 3 Houses or some shit.
I almost said Breath of the Wild in my head when I was
it
watching
does look
it. Not
like
exactly.
a mixture of that, that kind of cell shading.
Exactly. More the overworld and less the cutscenes and the character designs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But by the way, I'm looking on the PlayStation Store right now as we speak. They're on sale right now, $20 a pop.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't even know on PlayStation. I didn't even know they were on PlayStation. I had no clue.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is there a dual pack in there option?
Nope, there's no.
Yeah, because I got it for like $35 for both on Steam. So if you guys are interested in Monster Hunter Stories and trying to get into it before March 13th, go ahead and check that out on Steam. But
boy. There's also some slop games when you search Monster Hunter Stories. There's just like one where it's just like a waifu character with their butt like hiked way up towards the front foreground of the frame and is like writing I'm like, what does this have to do with Monster Hunter?
That's
like, what's happening?
That's crazy. Send that to me
The
later.
search engine on this is interesting.
Yeah,
it's like it's literally listed before Monster Hunter Wilds. It's like Monster Hunter Stories, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Monster Hunter Stories 3 pre-order, random like slop game, Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Iceborne, Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, that's insane.
Get your shit together, PlayStation.
Send me the screenshot, please.
Yeah, for research.
But yeah, so I looked up, they did like the whole story trailer thing, and it's basically tells the story of 2 nations on a path to ruin. Amidst the growing crystal encroachment facing the lands of Azuria and Vermeil, the discovery of a mysterious egg gives cause for hope. From the shell hatches a monster long thought to be extinct, a Rathalos. And that's the most story I've ever heard from a Monster Hunter so far. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. You got 2 warring kingdoms, then this long forgotten monster that hatches.
I don't look. None of us are experts on this, but are they meant to be continuations? Because it looks like in every single Monster Hunter stories, like
I have no idea.
Like Rathalos is like the main character, so it's like a long forgotten species. It's like if this is a continuation, then
honestly, I have no idea. I think this one's.
Yeah.
I think this one is set like 200 years in the future, because like on the actual page, it's like the last time, like they bear a mark that happened in a civil war 200 years ago. So I don't know anything that's going on in the story. All I know is this shit is intriguing. It looks beautiful, and I can't wait to play it. And now I'm gonna hop into Monster Hunter Stories to try and beat all those before Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out.
It looks really clean. I will say my only beef with the trailer was that there's like a baby Rathalos in a cage, and it just looks like a small Rathalos, which kind of bothers me. Like, I just feel like a baby Rathalos. It doesn't feel like it's scaled very good. Like, I don't think even as an infant a Rathalos would be that small.
Like you wanted it to look like a baby version instead of just a scaled down version.
It looks like they literally took the adult model and just made it small enough to fit in a bird cage, and you're like, that looks so weird. Like, it bothers me. Everything, I have no complaints about this game otherwise, but that just like I'm just like, that feels fucking lazy, bro. Like,
I think
I
in
mean,
the
not to
trailer
say-
though, they do have other monsters that when they hatch from the eggs, they do look like baby versions. Like I think I saw like a baby Magnamalo or something, and it was like
even
cute.
more reason
Yeah,
than my point, you know. But also
Yeah.
they just seem too small. Like I'm like these like Rathalos at like literally just being born feels like it shouldn't be like, you know, 2 feet long. It should be
Mhm.
like 6 feet long, you know, because like the adult versions are like fucking.
You know what
massive.
you sound like right now? You sound. What is this? What is this? A Rathalos for ants?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
I'll take that. I'll take that one because I actually do believe it. I think the baby models look goofy. Like I don't know. They should have made them look like more chibi or something. Like something. They look exactly like a Rathalos, but literally they're like, well, what if we make it like 10% the normal size? Like that's what they will look like, right?
Well,
I don't know. I just feel like there's such an emphasis in Monster Hunter to talk about like ecology and like how these monsters evolved from their environment and how they interact with the environment. And even like if you like, I'm on the page for Monster Hunter Stories 2, and one of the screenshots is a baby Rathalos that looks nothing like the adult. Well, not nothing, but it looks like a baby version. So I have no clue.
Well, have you ever thought that there's more to life than to be really, really good looking?
That's a great point. I'm so glad you brought that up.
But yeah, I'm super excited for Monster Hunter Stories 3. I really want to get through the first 2 Stories games. And I kind of am in that kind of gaming mood right now for a good RPG. I haven't played one in RPG in a long time, so I think that's kind of where my taste is right now. So I'm looking forward to that journey. Hopefully you guys can watch me over at twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty while I go through Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. If not, you guys can catch me at youtube.com/KrabbyPatty, or I'm trying to figure out where I want to put these up, either my personal YouTube or the Palibros YouTube. We'll figure that out later.
I think it's relevant to Palibros, you know.
Yeah, no, I think so too. So I'm like, it'll be up somewhere where we can find it. But yeah, what do you guys think about Monster Hunter Stories 3? Are you guys gonna jump in on this one, or how do you guys feel?
I'm probably not going to jump in right away. I checked, and I own Monster Hunter Stories 2, and I played like 14 or 15 hours of it. And I don't remember exactly what happened with it, but if anything, since I already own one of the games that I have not finished, I would probably start with that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember them being. I think they're all standalone. I don't remember it being connected at all. Like I don't remember feeling like I was missing anything by starting on number 2. So I might just jump back in and try Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah, I think I was watching a Gaijin Hunter video, I think when he was talking about when the Switch 2 first came out, and he was kind of just playing all through Rise and Sunbreak and stuff like that. And then he booted up Monster Hunter Stories, and he basically got to talking about how it ran, but then kind of part of it was he was saying like, yeah, if you haven't played any of these games, you should definitely play Monster Hunter Stories. You don't have to go back to 1. You should definitely start with 2 if you are interested. But since there is a dual pack, I'm gonna start with 1. Like, just want.
I mean, there's not a lot of games for I recently purchased Switch 2 that I'm interested in, so that could be a great way to get into it. I was considering waiting for you to tell me if you liked it or not, but like, you know, I got a plane ride coming up, and I'm like halfway through Donkey Kong Bonanza. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I don't know where I am, but I can guess. You know, like I've played enough video games in my life to be like, yeah, I'm about halfway. I need to.
Gotcha.
I either need to like slow down and enjoy it, so I have something to do for the plane ride, or I need to like have a backup plan. You know, if I want to, you know, entertain myself all the way there. So.
Cool. Yeah.
Of course, it probably won't be on sale, you know, through the Switch store. So maybe that's enough of a reason to not.
You never know. It's not a first party Nintendo game, so
fair enough. But they're such cheap bastards. Holy hell, man!
Yeah, they fucking never go down. Even with employee discount at GameStop, like it's still like fucking the same price basically, but just buy it new.
Bro, I bet the game directors don't even get discounts. Like, hey, can I get a couple codes from my friends? And Nintendo's like, no.
I made this fucking game.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I might play it. Definitely reinvigorated that interest for me. Like Monster Hunter Stories is like obviously been in the background for all of us, but none of us have really made the jump. Sounds like Max played it a little bit and wasn't captivated enough to continue, like, to beat it or to like be like, God, you gotta play it. So
I don't remember if it was like other life stuff got in the way or why I stopped playing it. I don't think I wasn't enjoying it. I mean, something might have happened. It was a while ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, always appreciate more Monster Hunter, and it stylistically looks really strong. I mean, I'll give it that. It it definitely copies the second one, like you were saying, but like some of the screenshots, cutscenes, and like other footage they've released, like looks strong.
Yeah, it does. It looks very well. It just, if anything, it just looks super interesting. Like, I've never been interested in Monster Hunter Stories before. This trailer drops, I'm like, I gotta play this shit. So I think
that's they've done their job then. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Well, and also, like, again, it's very different gameplay. Like, I like when I think Monster Hunter, I think like extreme preparation, lots of like memorizing your opponent's attacks and stuff. And this just feels like a little bit of like turn your brain off, like turn-based RPG. Not to say that there's no strategy, but like, Monster Hunter's main lane games require like definitely a large amount of focus. So it might be kind of nice to have like all the characters and everything, but like a little bit more casual of an experience like that. That is also appealing to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun little spin-off of something that you're used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of this episode of the Palibros. Before we go, what's everyone watching or playing or enjoying at the moment? Or anything cool that's going to happen in your life or whatever? Give us a social security number. Who cares?
Been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's been really fun. It's definitely that, like, kind of I don't want to call it Breath of the Wild exactly, but it's interesting they've taken like a Donkey Kong game and turned it open world, so in that regard it's Breath of the Wild, but it's definitely not the same gameplay loop and generally just different, right? So it's cool that that's like been able to keep me preoccupied. Part of the reason I bought that and the Switch too, probably sooner than I would have otherwise, is like starting a new full-time job. So I've decided to, make some trips and stuff. Yeah, nice. And like,
also so
congrats. Yeah, thanks, man. Gonna go to Japan.
Well, fuck. Saturday, can I get a ticket? Like, what the hell is this? I didn't know that.
Let me know. You let me know what you want me to bring back, and I got you. So.
Yeah, Japanese Kit Kats.
But there you go, dude. Someone said high chews or something. They're like, the premium ones or something, and I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'll never eat a normal one again. And I'm like, I don't eat a normal one ever. Like,
what
I didn't
the hell?
know.
I love high chews.
Not to say that I don't, but like I don't seek them out and I don't see them in stores, so it's not like I'm not true. Like but yeah, he's like, bro, bring me back some premium. Like I didn't even know there was like it's kind of funny to me that there's a premium version. It's like
100% uncut.
Yeah,
high chew.
To me that feels like premium Pringles or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like like I guess I would try that. With you.
That's hilarious.
It's very possible. I'm just like in a Don Quixote, just being like, in my worst Japanese, like, sumimasen, just like, can I buy a premium high chew? And they're like,
bless you.
Nani? Nandesu ka?
Oh, man.
And I'm just like desperately trying to translate the words premium high chew through my phone.
That's awesome. Max, you got anything going on right now?
I haven't been playing too much recently. I've been busy with a lot of stuff and playing a lot more, trying to relearn piano, and like I'm digging deep into music theory. I mean, even though it's like scratching the surface, nice. I feel like I'm seeing the code of the Matrix, where it's like, oh my god, that's an authentic cadence because that's a second inversion dominant seventh chord transitioning back to the tonic, and I see it now.
You're just saying shit.
This is his Rock Lee moment, dude. The weights are off. Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. Yeah, for me, I just been, work, school, on my any free time I do get that isn't work or school, or hanging out with the kids. I am trying to stream more, so you can catch me over at twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty. Link will be in the bio. I'm a variety streamer, so you catch me kind of playing whatever. Do a lot of fighting games, so if you're into fighting game content and want to learn more of how to get into fighting games, or just enjoy someone who is decent at fighting games and kind of teach you what's going on in there, come check me out. But like I said, I am going to start streaming Monster Hunter Stories and kind of try to get through that before Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out, because that is, like I said, looks super interesting. I want to get into that. And we're going to keep streaming more Monster Hunter stuff probably soon-ish. Like, I don't know, maybe the next couple of days or so. I do want to try the Omega Planetus Final Fantasy crossover event. So you guys could go ahead, catch me over there at YouTube and twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty. Of course, we're going to do any kind of Palibros related Monster Hunter stuff is going to be on the Palibros YouTube channel as well. So you could catch us over there. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through again, Max and Ryan. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be part of the show. I know it's hard to meet up and stuff, but yeah, I really appreciate that. And thank you,
Always
fellow
our pleasure.
hunters, for being part of this show. If you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, sub, share, and rate us to help us with the algorithm. If you want more Monster Hunter content, don't forget to check us out at youtube.com/thepalibros. And if you want to keep up with me and all of the other games I play, check me out at youtube.com and twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty. And as always, happy hunting.